I call to order the Coatesville Area School Board reorganizational meeting for December 9th, 2025. The mission of the Coatesville Area School District, rich in diversity and committed to excellence, is to create innovative educational experiences which are funded by the taxpayers, supported by the community, delivered by dedicated teachers and administrators to ensure all students will become responsible, contributing global citizens. We have to do a roll call with 4 people. Yes. Madam Secretary, please call for the roll.
Lear Nyako.
Here.
Holly Charest.
Here.
Liz Muirhead.
Here.
And Donna Rowland.
Here.
Sweet. All right. At this moment, I ask everyone to stand and a moment of silence and a salute to the flag.
To the flag of the United States of America
The board has requested all persons making comment on agenda items please list their name, address, and telephone number and motion item on the sheet provided. There is a 3-minute limit per person. Public comment is limited to only filing of board vacancies, election of officers, and other items on the organizational meeting agenda. There will be another opportunity for public comment during the regular meeting following the reorganizational meeting. Okay, cool. All right. Reading of the certificate, are you doing this? Okay, how about it?
Sure. So at this time, I'm going to read into the minutes the certificates of election for the 2025 election results. First is Robert M. Connect, who was elected as a school director from Region 3 for a 4-year term. Next is Robin Seagreaves, who was elected as a director from Region 3, also for a 4-year term. We have Elizabeth or Beth Brindle, who was elected for an unexpired 2-year term from Region 2. Stephen Wilson, who was elected for a 4-year term from Region 1. And Shauna Maxwell, who was elected for a 4-year term from Region 2.
All right, congratulations, guys. Now, we're going to bring Judge Hines up here to administer the oath of office to those newly elected or re-elected members. That when I was reading my script.
Yep. You're sworn in, you can enjoy.
Sweet. All right. Reading of the list of all the legally elected or appointed qualified board members, Region 1, Valley Townships, and City of Coatesville, Holly Charest, Donna Rowland, Steve Wilson. Region 2, Callan and West Brandywine Township, Liz Muirhead, Shauna Maxwell, Elizabeth Brindle. And Region 3, East Fallowfield, West Callan, and Salisbury Township. We're missing Modena and South Coatesville, but that's okay. Oh, it is. Yes. Wow. You know what? Robert Connect, Robin Seagreaves, and Liren Yako. I'm not doing so good right now, guys. All right. Share. Review of the voting procedures. Tonight, as required by Public School Code, we will begin our reorganizational meeting by electing a new board president and vice president. The board secretary will first conduct the election of the temporary president. The temporary president simply runs the meeting until the new board president is elected. Once the temporary president is elected, they will open the floor for nominations for board president. No second is required. After nomination closes, we will take a roll call vote, and each board member will state their choice. If more than 2 people are nominated, then no one receives a majority. The top 2 candidates will move to a second vote. When a candidate receives a majority vote, that person becomes the new board president and immediately takes over the meeting. The new president will then run the vice president election following the same process. All right, Madam Secretary.
Okay, so first on the agenda is the nomination and election of a temporary president. Are there any nominations for temporary president?
I elect Steve Wilson.
Are there any other nominations? Okay, so I would like to motion to close the nominations.
Motion?
Can I have a second, please?
Second.
Okay, I will call for the vote for temporary president. Beth Brindle,
I forget, do I say his name or just yes? Steve Wilson.
Liz Muirhead,
Steve Wilson.
Bob Connect,
Steve Wilson.
Robin Seagreaves,
Steve Wilson.
Shauna Maxwell,
Steve Wilson.
Holly Charest,
Steve Wilson.
Steve Wilson,
Steve Wilson.
Liren Yako,
Steve Wilson.
Donna Rowland.
Steve Wilson.
Motion approved for temporary president Steve Wilson. I will hand the meeting over to you.
Go ahead. Wait, does he need it? Justin. Go for it.
All right, next on the agenda is nomination and election of board president. All right, are there any nominations for board president?
I nominate Liren Yako.
Are there any other nominations? Okay, not hearing any. Are there any, I'll make a motion, or can I have a motion to close nominations then?
Motion?
Second?
Second.
Madam Secretary, please call for the vote for the president.
Shauna Maxwell,
Liren Yako.
Donna Rowland,
Larry Yako.
Liren Yako,
Liren Yako?
Steve Wilson,
Liren Yako.
Robin Seagreaves,
Liren Yako.
Bob Connect,
Liren Yako.
Beth Brindle,
Larry Yako.
Liz Muirhead,
Liren Yako.
Holly Charest.
Larry Yako.
Motion approved.
Well, thanks, guys. I appreciate, again, thanks, Justin, the vote of confidence here. All right, I guess I'm taking over vice president. Next on the agenda is the nomination of an election of board vice president. Are there any nominations for vice president?
I nominate Steve Wilson.
Are there any other nominations? All right, can I call for a motion to close the nomination?
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Madam Secretary, please call for the vote.
Holly Charest,
Steve Wilson.
Robin Seagreaves,
Steve Wilson.
Donna Rowland,
Steve Wilson.
Bob Connect,
Steve Wilson.
Liz Muirhead,
Steve Wilson.
Steve Wilson,
Steve Wilson.
Liren Yako,
Steve Wilson.
Shauna Maxwell,
Steve Wilson.
Beth Brindle.
Steve Wilson.
Motion approved.
Thank you, everyone, for your vote of confidence in continuing this esteemed role.
Oh, goodness. All right. On to the next thing. Public school board meeting schedule. 2026 public school board meeting schedule, that the Board of School Directors approve the public school board meeting schedule for 2026 as presented and advertise the date, time, and place of the meeting in the newspaper for general circulation. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Any questions, comments, or discussion?
I just had a question about the reorganization meeting being on December 1st. We had to push this one. I just, like, is there any reason that that might need to be later than that?
You mean for next year? So it's, the reorganization's always completed in the first week of December, and usually within 5 days after the certificate of election is completed. This year was delayed because of the issue that occurred in the Chester County electorals where there were missing individuals on the sheets. So the actual certificate of elections were not certified until Friday.
Okay. So there's no reason to believe that we would need to preemptively delay from the December 1st? Okay, thank you.
Awesome. All right, Madam Secretary, please call for the vote.
Bob Connect,
Yes.
Steve Wilson,
Yes.
Liz Muirhead,
Yes.
Donna Roland,
Yes.
Shauna Maxwell,
Yes.
Holly Charess,
Yes.
Robin Seagreaves.
Yes.
Beth Brindle,
Yes.
Leon Yako.
Yes,
Motion approved.
awesome. Adjournment. Do I have a motion for adjournment?
So moved.
Second.
This meeting is adjourned. Next. Let me just get to the other agenda first here, even though I have it in front of me. Nope, wrong one. Do I have to do the gavel again? Thank you. All right, I call to order the Coatesville School Board meeting scheduled for December 9th, 2025. Again, the mission of the Coatesville Area School District, rich in diversity and committed to excellence, is to create innovative educational experiences which are funded by the taxpayers, supported by the community, delivered by dedicated teachers and administrators, to ensure all students will become responsible, contributing global citizens. Madam Secretary, I can't talk tonight, sorry. Madam Secretary, please call for the roll.
Leon Yako,
Here.
Steve Wilson,
Here.
Beth Brindle,
Here.
Holly Charess,
Here.
Bob Connect,
Here.
Shauna Maxwell,
Here.
Liz Muirhead,
Here.
Donna Roland,
Here.
Robin Seagreaves.
Here.
Again, I ask that at this moment to take everyone to stand for a moment of silence and a salute to the flag. Very ridiculous.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
To my colleagues, are there any additions, deletions, or modifications to this evening's agenda? Seeing none, we will move to public comment. None. All right, thanks for telling me. Approval of the minutes. That the Board of School Directors approves the minutes for November 25th, 2025 school board meeting, subject to any additions, deletions, or modifications or clarifications. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Any questions, comments, or discussion? Madam Secretary, please call for the vote.
Steve Wilson,
Yes.
Shauna Maxwell,
Yes.
Leon Yako,
Yes?
Bob Connect,
Oh, I should abstain.
Donna Roland,
Yes.
Beth Brindle,
Yes.
Holly Charess,
Yes.
Robin Seagreaves,
Yes.
Liz Muirhead.
Yes.
Motion approved.
All right, Dr. Robarchak, the superintendent report.
Good evening, everybody. And we were undecided about a superintendent's report for December just because of the short month, but we have so much to share, to be honest, and some really, some great things that are happening in the district. So I want to start off with our survey for the comprehensive planning. We had over 330 responses, which was well received. We had some great data come out from the survey, and that was shared out with our committee members today in preparation for our meeting on December 11th, where we will continue to establish our goals and then work with developing action plans for each of the goals that we set forth for the district. Next one is the Coatesville Christmas Parade. For those of you that weren't there, It was a great parade. We had a lot of fun. Yeah, you're there, Michelle. The football team had a great float. We had our marching band, our public safety. It just turned out to be a great morning. It was a lot warmer than last year, which I was very thankful for. So anyone who got out there, it was just a great time. And next year, we already spoke about it. We're going to be more involved for sure. Our Cash Interact Club did the Coats for Cold, and I'm going to read just a brief piece on this because they provided it from the group. Our November Coats for the Cold campaign was a huge success. Today, the Cash Interact Club dropped off 84 coats to the Salvation Army in Coatesville, most of which were brand new. They will be distributed to residents of Coatesville City over the next week. The director was ecstatic, beaming ear to ear, so thrilled by the efforts of our students and staff. Mr. Eckert wants to applaud a huge thanks to all the people who donated. Additionally, a special thanks to all the student volunteers who helped distribute boxes and pick up coats at our buildings on a weekly basis. And this year we had, and I apologize if I mispronounced anybody's last name, with a name like Rabarchik, you'd think I wouldn't, but I apologize in ahead. Lily Copeland, Carly Strickland, Daniel Swigert, Reese Hadzer, Brooke Whiteman, Gloria Cassitz, Elise Kerrigan, and Bella Vitelli. So just appreciate and all they did to for this drive, and they do this annually. So well received again. We had our student teacher luncheon, as you can see from the picture here. All the student teachers are still smiling. They just ended they actually end tomorrow. Am I right, Carol? They're finished tomorrow, I believe. And a majority of them from Westchester. We had an Immaculata graduate coming here. So it was just a really nice time to bring the student teachers and the cooperating teachers together and thank them for all that they did throughout this first half of the year. And of course, we encouraged any of them to become part of the Coatesville Area School District staff if positions were available. And I believe we have two. One is a building sub and another taking a, math position? Offer. He hasn't accepted yet, so let's hope. But it's a really great opportunity for us to connect with our student teachers and carry them on within public education and with the great experience they had. Photos Cata had their Photos with Santa, which was a overwhelming event with over 500 people attending, pictures of 350 students. You can see they contributed just over $1,000 to the local food bank, so it was a great opportunity for CATA to come together and offer their services, but also provide to our local food bank. The elementary spelling bees are on their way. We had some great competition throughout the district. I love the spelling bee and I hate the spelling bee. I love the spelling bee because I love kids that can put themselves out there and in front of an audience and have to spell some very difficult words. At the piece I hate is when they are out and they put their head down and they just start crying. And you just want to hug each one of them and say, you did great. But as you can see from the smiles in the faces, we had some really great spellers, and they will be hosted at the district spelling bee, I'm going to say December 19th. Did I get it right, Leah? Do you know? I forget it's the 12th or the 19th. It's one of the two. Becky was telling us. Then I got the dates confused. But we wish them well and success as they go towards the more county-wide spelling bee. Again, we're having our kindergarten carnival coming up on Wednesday, March 25th. It seems far away, but it is not. And in addition, our kindergarten registration is now open. So we are getting the message out to kindergarten families. If you know any, please inform them. We want to get them registered early. We are going to be having our kindergarten carnival, as I said, with a whole bunch of fun activities for them to explore the school and the teachers and just the learning they're going to be engaged with. But also, we'll be giving them the date for the first walk across the graduation stage that we did last year. It's right before graduation. We invite all the incoming kindergartners to say, the opportunity to get up on the stage and welcome them as the class of, I believe, 39. I know it seems odd. Elementary food drives. We had a number of schools, Kings Highway, East Fairfield, Reeseville, each held food drives, and together they collected over 2,000 pounds of food for our local food banks. We have our upcoming winter concerts. The Meister Singers will be on, one was December 5th with the Campus Orchestra Winter Concert, but then again on December 18th at 7 p.m. And then there's also December 13th and 14th, which is a Saturday and Sunday, 7 p.m. on Saturday and 3 p.m. on that Sunday, or 3:30 p.m., apologize. And then here's Callan, East Fairfield, Kings Highway, Rainbow, and Reeseville, if anybody's interested to check out their concerts. These folks do a great job with our little musicians, and getting them prepared is hopefully they are going to grow them into even loving for the music more and going into middle school and high school and wanting to participate. And there's Scott Middle School, 6th grade December 10th at 6:30, and the 7th and 8th grade will be on December 16th, and then North Brandywine as well on December 10th. Okay, this is the big one. So we want to congratulate North Brandywine and Scott Middle Schools if they have exited the comprehensive school improvement status, delegation, as well as East Fairfield and Callan Elementary Schools have exited the targeted school improvement. So this is huge for not just the district, but as a whole in representing what we are doing in our schools. First of all, the state is very reluctant to let 4 schools go at once. So this is really incredible news for the district. So I'm just going to read my statement that's going to be going out to everybody, but it says, I'm extremely proud and honored to share some exciting news about remarkable progress happening in the Coatesville Area School District. Last week, the CASD schools were officially exited, 4 CASD schools were officially exited from their federal school improvement designations. The Pennsylvania Department of Education rarely removes this many schools at once, which makes this a significant and uncommon achievement in our district and our community. Under the federal Every Student Succeeds Act, states identify schools in need of additional support through annual meaningful differentiation. Schools may receive one or more of the following designations: CSI, which is the Comprehensive Support and Improvement, Additional Targeted Support and Improvement, the ATSI, and TSI, Targeted Support and Improvement. Scott and North Brandywine were previously designated as CSI schools, while Callan and East Fairfield held ATSI designations. These designations are not labels of failure. Rather, they provide schools with additional resources, collaboration, and evidence-based supports to accelerate growth. In response to these designations, each school undertook a focused improvement process supported by our entire community. School leaders, teachers, support staff, families, community partners, and the Pennsylvania Department of Education collaborated to design and carry out targeted plans that strengthen our schools. This program reflects the efforts of our students, the dedication of our staff, the leadership of our administrators, and the ongoing support of our families and community. Together, we are expanding upon highly qualified learning opportunities for every Coatesville student. As we celebrate these milestones, we also recognize that our work continues. We remain committed to sustaining this momentum so that all CASD schools grow, thrive, and provide exceptional environments where students can reach their fullest potential. Thank you to the partnership and for being an essential part of the Coatesville Area School District community. Together, we are building the future for student success. So this, as I mentioned, this is a huge accomplishment for our schools and what they achieved. And I can't say enough. Leon and I actually had the opportunity to visit each of the 4 schools and deliver some goodies for them as a way of celebrating, and they were very appreciative, I would say, and just very welcoming to the opportunity to be off this designation. So congratulations to those 4 schools. Thank you. All right. The reorganization, that's committee meetings, right? Sorry, committee. So the January committee meetings will be held on January 13th at 6 p.m. here in the Learning Center, and then our regular school board meeting on January 27th at 6 p.m. right here in our Learning Center. So thank you.
Thank you. So I have a question. Since we're going to pull everything, we don't need to do consent agenda.
Correct.
Right. All right. So we're not going to be pulling anything, so I'm just going to give it over to our chairs, starting with finance. Okay, we're going to do each of them.
Thank you. Starting with letter A, financial statements. Recommended action that the Board of School Directors approve the bills payables list as presented. I want to note that there are 2 bills lists uploaded. The one that we are seeking approval on is bills list December 5th, 2025, v2.pdf.
That's correct.
Can I have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Any questions or comments on the bills list? I noticed that we now have some catch-up payments to charter schools that we had deferred until the state budget was presented. So I would just call that out if anybody sees charter school payments that look larger than normal on the bills list, that would be why.
Can I ask a question?
Absolutely.
I looked at this list, but I don't know if it's on for this month or not. But to what extent does the school district still use Levin and Associates for legal services? Do we still do that?
We have Levin for one open item, and that is the only item that we use his services for.
Okay, and will that be ending?
It's with the state, so it really depends on how long they take to do it. So again, it really depends on what that outcome is with that one item.
But my understanding is we aren't engaging with his firm for any additional
No, we are not.
services.
That is correct.
Good. I just wanted to
Yep, that's it.
see where we were with that because no one needs to be doing any business with Michael Levin. So, especially us.
Any other questions on the bills list? Okay, seeing none, call for the vote.
Liz
sorry.
Muirhead?
No,
Okay.
here's the agenda.
Liz Muirhead?
Yes.
Shauna Maxwell? Yes. Robin Seagreaves?
Yes.
Bob Connect?
Yes.
Beth Brindle?
Yes.
Donna Roland?
Yes.
Lear Nyako?
Yes.
Holly Charess?
Yes.
Steve Wilson?
Yes.
Motion approved.
Okay, next, letter B, memorandum of understanding with CATA. Recommended action that the Board of School Directors approve the memorandum of understanding between the Coatesville Area School District and the Coatesville Area School District Teachers Association as presented. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Great. Can I just get a quick
Sure.
note on this?
So this is the MOU that was approved, the same exact MOU that was approved last year. We ran into a situation, as we still are in that situation at times, where the lack of having student special education teachers in place. So this allows for special ed teachers that we currently have to complete the IEPs for students who may not be on their caseload and doing the extra load of work and being compensated for that time. So the last one just sunsetted at the end of last year, school year, so we're just kind of bringing it forward again.
Great. So my question is, are we paying the same hourly rate as we did on last year's agreement?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Any other questions? Okay, seeing none, call for the vote.
Lear Nyako?
Yes.
Holly Charess?
Yes.
Shauna Maxwell?
Yes.
Steve Wilson?
Yes.
Beth Brindle?
Yes.
Robin Seagreaves?
Yes.
Liz Muirhead?
Yes.
Bob Connect?
Yes.
Donna Roland?
Yes.
Motion approved.
And letter C, Human Resources Report. Recommended action that the Board of School Directors approve the resignations, appointments, new positions, leaves of absence, transfers, changes of status, and corrections as presented. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Thank you. I do not have any comments on this. Anybody have any questions?
I have a question, or it's more of a comment. I'm a little concerned because we just voted to approve that MOU, and now I am seeing on the Human Resources Report 2 more special education teachers who have tendered their resignations. I guess I'm just trying to find some answers as to our efforts to try to recruit more special education teachers. I do understand I can't think of the word right now, but I understand there is a a deficit in teachers in the Commonwealth, as well as a deficit in special education teachers. So I was wondering if there was any efforts, what kind of efforts we were doing to try to bring in more special education teachers, considering we have a high percentage of special education students.
Ms. Rest, I can just respond that the market for special ed teachers is so competitive in regards to where they can go. So it's something that we're going to need to look at for sure as we, hire our teachers and look at salary scales, to be honest, as we go forward, because this is something that it's a competitive market and the positions are open and there's just not that many special ed teachers out there.
Okay. Appreciate the answer. Thank you.
Any other questions or comments on the HR report? Okay. Seeing none, call for the vote.
Lauren Yacco.
Yes.
Beth Brindle.
Yes.
Holly Charest.
Yes.
Robin Seagreaves.
Yes.
Bob Connect.
Yes.
Shauna Maxwell.
Yes.
Donna Roland.
Yes.
Steve Wilson.
Yes.
Liz Muirhead.
Yes.
Motion approved.
Okay, that concludes the Finance Committee portion of the agenda. I hand off to the Education Committee.
Assuming I am still the Education Committee Chair.
You are.
For now, anyway.
You are.
I will, we just have one on the item tonight, and it's the recommended action that the Board of School Directors approve the realignment plan for CASD students in grades K through 8 as presented. First, can I have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Thank you, and then I'll turn it over to Dr. Roberczyk to go through the PowerPoint.
Thank you. So as you know, 2 years ago, there was a reconfiguration of attendance boundaries due to the realignment of grade levels. But now we're at the point where we'll be closing East Fairfield and Callan. So we want to ensure that our 4 elementary schools are equitable in regards to socioeconomic, race, ethnicity, and so on. So we took a look at the 4 different elementary schools and where we would have been, and we felt the need to come back with our partners at Power School and just look to see what other options were open to make sure that we were equally aligned among the 4 schools. So as part of their agenda was looking at the, working with the analytics and the consultant, looking at the current state and the evaluative criteria that we were using, the realignment options that we had, and then the associated data tables. If we go on to the next one, I won't get too much into it, but this is just the background and history from Power School and their experience and what they've done over the years with predictive enrollment. We've been using them for a number of years now. We've been very confident with what they provided. So they were a great partner in helping us to get where we needed to be with each of our schools. So the informational and the current state and our boundaries, as you know, are presented here and on this map with the 5 elementary schools, and then the middle school boundaries are comprised of entire district, as each building houses now 6 to 8 students for the first time again in a long time. So with the closing of East Fairfield and Callan, so we're looking at that, opening Doe Run Elementary at the end of August on that former site of South Brandywine. So now we need to look at those 4 elementary schools and assure that we have feeder patterns that are going into our middle schools that are going to be equitable as well. So among the driving forces behind this was creating neighborhood schools, minimizing the bus transportation, balance of neighborhood and school attendance, and evaluate ethnic and socioeconomic data for equity. So the initial 24 proposal, back when we did this at first, the initial proposal was planning stage and looked at creating new boundaries for Kings Highway, Reeseville, Rainbow, and now Doe Run. It was a very different picture at that time. Reeseville was not having as large of an addition being put on. Kings Highway wasn't even being considered to have an addition put on. So we had to look at the enrollments in each of these areas to make sure, once again, the capacity of the schools was going to meet the needs of our students in those surrounding neighborhoods, but also bringing equity throughout. So the grade affiliation, alignment, as you know, so we finalized that piece. Everyone's where they need to be now, having our 2 middle schools of 6 to 8, the 9-10 center again, and 11 and 12, and then the 4 elementary schools. So the proposed elementary map and description. So you can see we have 3 squares on the map here, and I will review those and what that means. But our new elementary map splits the district into the 4 categories. even geographic areas. And all 4 schools have the appropriate capacity utilization now based on the number of students in each of those attendance areas. Additionally, the annexes and geographical anomalies have been cleaned up to facilitate transportation and neighborhood identity. So while the changes from the 2024 proposal are limited, here's what we ended up doing with the 1, 2, 3, and 4. Number 1 at the very top of the map is the Indian Run Village that has been reassigned to Kings Highway. It is an entire neighborhood. They're kind of isolated out there by one area kind of surrounding the woods. But we felt as that would be a good move to shift over to Kings Highway from Reeseville. Area 2, the area around Millview Park, has been wholly assigned to the Kings Highway Elementary School, as opposed to the split between Kings Highway and Reeseville and Rainbow. They actually had 3 different schools that those neighborhoods were attending. It was marked off by different streets that really didn't make any sense. And then the community in number 3 was divided by Barley Sheaf Road, which now I'm very familiar with the poolside and pondside of that community. So they all will be attending Reeseville Elementary now to make them one neighborhood going to one school. So on the next page is now will be the 4 elementary schools, what their max capacity is, as you can see from under the school and then the max capacity right next to it, and then the enrollment, the projected enrollments for 26, 30, and 34. As you can see, they're pretty steady in regards to their enrollments, and the next set of columns will be the utilization of those schools and how much space they'll be using based on the enrollment, and then the racial percentage for each of those schools. So we balance those out across each of the 4 elementary schools to have more equity across each one. And then the proposed middle school map, as you can see, we have a north side and south side of the district. They're 2 roughly equally geographic areas that are aligned to the elementary schools into the middle school feeder patterns. So all cohorts from the Rainbow and Doe Run will feed into Scott Middle School, while Kings Highway and Reeseville will both feed into North Brandywine. So the only change from the 2024 map is a section along Barley Sheaf that is swapped between Doe Run and Reeseville, and a sliver of land north of Lincoln Highway that's being reassigned from Rainbow to Kings Highway as moved from Scott to North Brandywine. So geographically, it made sense. We met with transportation as well. They were very promising in how they said that this could save time on their runs and avoid the crossovers between going from one community to a next. And then you have the data tables for Scott Middle School and North Brandywine, again, starting with the max capacity, and then their projected enrollments for those 3 different year frames, utilization of the space, and then the racial percentage equity across each of the buildings. So that is what we're proposing. This will be sent out to all parents tomorrow via ThrillShare, an email. It'll be up on the website. They will actually get the link for the map so they can plug in their address on the map locators like they have in the past, so they can double check where they're going to be. But then in January, we'll also be sending a letter to every family via email, via hard copy, to make sure they understand where their children will be for starting the 26-27 school year. Now, with some of the changes that occurred, obviously, there will be one set of grandfathering only, and that will be for those students who are in 4th grade at elementary schools who may be that they may be part of the shift. They will be grandfathered in to complete their 5th grade year at their elementary school that they've been in for the last 6 years, 4 years, 5 years. So that's the only one that will be a grandfather as part of that process. So questions, comments that I can take?
Would our district provide transportation for those 5th graders, or would their parents need to provide transportation?
We're going to ask parents to provide transportation if available. If not, then we'll have to figure that out with transportation.
Can you put the projection back up for the enrollment?
For the elementary or the middle?
Either one.
There you go.
For the middle.
Oh, for the middle?
I just had a...
Oh.
Oh, okay. Why?
Mine.
I don't know if I'm reading this right, but the enrollment for 2034 is less than, and what is the reasoning behind that?
It's just based on statistics, it's based on birth rates, and so when you do enrollment studies, they have a lot of formulas that they put into place. I'm not saying that this is going to be the most accurate, because we have started to see a shift of a number of charter school families coming back to our district, and I do believe with the new buildings that there's going to even be more of a change. So we're going to have to watch that very closely in that regard of those numbers and how they project. But this is all based on enrollment predictions over the course of those years.
And these aren't Coatesville Area School District coming up. These are us using the experts that did this data.
Correct. This is Power School using the predictive enrollments that they have from our last enrollment study and plugging them into place.
And I think they even changed a little bit after you did it the second time.
Correct.
Remember?
Yes.
Because we did say, put the component of charter school possibility coming back, and then, because I remember when we first saw this, at least Robin, Liz, and I, we were like, those numbers are really low.
Yeah.
And I'm glad the numbers went up, actually.
Are they looking, I'm sorry. I thought you-
No, go ahead.
Are
Yep.
they looking at new development and things like that, or just at our enrollment numbers?
That's part of the
now?
original enrollment study and everything.
Okay.
We are going to be due for a new enrollment study
Yeah,
based on that information. I mean, we have that entire development going up along the
Behind Jack's
East Lake,
Pizza. Oh.
East Lincoln Highway across
Yeah.
the train tracks there.
Right.
And I know families are moving in by the swarm. They actually are behind, they said, in their building right now. So it's interesting to see what's going to happen, because they're nice houses, they're affordable housing,
Yeah.
especially in this market right now.
yeah. And I think
we-
every township is seeing it. I mean,
Yeah.
Yes.
When are we due for this? I mean, this was done in 2023 or 2022?
That one was done, I'm going to say 2022.
Yeah, I feel like it was
2022.
2022.
Yes.
So, I mean,
So
we do have a lot
about every 5
going.
years you do an enrollment.
So we're going to need one soon. I just want to make sure we're spending a lot of money on these new buildings, and I want to make sure that we will fit everyone.
Well, right, and when you look at this, that's why the utilization component is there, as you can see. You know, they're all from the mid-70s to mid-80s, I would say. So we do have room in the buildings, it's just how you utilize the space.
Yeah. All right.
I just want to say that having experienced some confusing transitional patterns based on where I live in West Brandywine, I'm very pleased to see the continuity of student experience where they go to school with the other students in their neighborhood, and then the kids from that elementary school move to the same middle school. We were in a situation where, like, we went to Reeseville, and then we went to Scott. And, like, there was 10% of the kids at Reeseville that went to Scott, and everybody else went to North Brandywine.
Right.
So you ended up getting separated. So I really appreciate both the directive to try to make these true feeder schools where we're not splitting people at the middle school transition, and then also taking a look at those neighborhoods and trying to keep those families of the kids that play together going to school together. Sure, it helps us on transportation, but it really makes easing into
huge
the
difference.
schools so much easier for those parents.
So again, this will all be shared out tomorrow with an email and phone call thrill share, along with this presentation, the interactive map link, and then, you know, they can contact, anyone can contact their home school to get additional information, but then in January, getting that final letter that's going to be going out to all families. So what I'm asking for is this to be, oh, I'm sorry.
No, I was just going to ask, with East Fallfield and Callan closing, are there any, like, what's the plan for those two buildings and properties at this point?
Nothing at this
Is there
time.
anything?
They're just part of the district. We will keep them, and, I mean, we're going to see what the need will be in the future, because we could have an influx where we need to repurpose in some way. I know Mr. Brazil kind of shrugs his shoulders at me when I say that, but because, you know, obviously, they're two older schools. Callan's 99, and I want to say East Fallfield's 80-some years old, 85 years old. So there's some work to be done if we were to repurpose those, but right now, there's no plan to do anything with them but keep them as a district property.
Are there any other questions on the board? Seeing none, Madam Secretary, you can call for the vote.
Donna Rowland,
Yes.
Bob Connect,
Yes.
Leon Yacco, Beth Brindle,
Yes.
Steve Wilson,
Yes.
Liz Muirhead,
Yes.
Shauna Maxwell,
Yes.
Holly Charez,
Yes.
Robin Seagreaves,
Yes.
motion approved.
I will turn it over to operations. Do we have an operations person? She's still here, Beth.
Thank you. All right, agenda item A, recommended action that the Board of School Directors approve the submitted quote for replacement glides at North Brandywine by Corbett, Inc. for a total cost of $967.68 as presented. I don't have my language in front of me. Are there any questions or comments on the item?
Motion.
Oh, do I have a motion? Sorry.
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Any questions or comments?
I can explain this one.
Yes, are there
So
furniture
all the-
glides? Like,
All the furniture that we ordered for North Brandywine, the new desk for the 8th grade annex, as I call it, came with wheels on the front, and they have become somewhat of a toy for the students instead of being able to focus. So the cost of this is honestly no more than what it would have been with the glides, adding these. I want to thank Mr. Brazil and his team, and I'm sure I'll be replacing some too as well, and we'll be replacing the wheels with the glide, so the kids can't just roll across.
okay,
I mean, they're very nice desks. I mean, they have every aspect of what you could imagine. It has a quick left-hand to right-hand type of writing desk feature. It has huge baskets underneath for their book bags and everything. The wheels just turned out to be more than we
a
expected.
bad idea. Yes. A toy and not a tool. All right. Any other comments or questions? Madam Secretary, please call for the vote.
Beth Brindle,
Yes.
Liz Muirhead,
Yes.
Bob Connect,
Yes.
Robin Seagreaves,
Yes.
Shauna Maxwell,
Yes.
Holly Charez,
Yes.
Steve Wilson,
Yes.
Donna Rowland,
Yes.
Leon Yacco,
Yes.
motion approved.
All right. Item B, recommended action that the Board of School Directors approve the submitted quote for the playground project at Doe Run Elementary by Recreation Resources for a total cost of $817,603 as presented. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
And I don't know if we could hear a little bit more about this, just given the size of the expenditure, and I don't think this came to us through a committee meeting, so since it's the
Yeah,
first
so
time
this,
looking at-
and there's a reason why we have it on here, because we got notice that as of January 1st, with a lot of companies that work on a fiscal year as compared to the school year, their prices are going to go up because of inflation and everything else that comes along. So what we're doing is we are getting this approved now, so we don't incur the increase, that it secures us with the price that it is at this point. As part of this, you'll see that we are going with the option of using a soft surface, which may be a little bit more expensive, but in the long run, it's going to save us money over time with the amount of mulch and having to dig up and replace and everything else. So the real reason that it's on the agenda is we want to secure that pricing so we don't see a $200,000 jump or whatever it may be, and be able to secure that for the Doe Run Elementary School.
I just think that we're not used to seeing numbers like this, so I just wanted to, this is a normal price
This is
for
a
a
price
brand
for a
because nothing's
playground.
there right now, so it's.
Correct.
And that's what I can see that it's a lot of site preparation, things like that.
Yes.
Will there be additional costs for any sort of site prep beyond just putting down the surfaces and things, or is that something that's included already in the construction costs that we're looking at? Things like grading, or, is this?
This will all be part of it.
Okay,
So
so everything's in here.
I can't remember, Mr. Brazil, do you recall, is it ICS that does the prepping for all the land development, or is it the actual recreational resources?
Well, the site will be prepped by the site contractor. We'll be working under the general contractor. So, yeah, for the most part, it'll be prepped. They're gonna have to come in and go to their
Yeah.
specs, stamp it and everything else. I will just to note, this is an expensive process, but it's a long-term deal.
Yeah.
We approved and we installed a couple months ago, playground up at Rainbow. and it's absolutely gorgeous. So
Thank
it's well worth the investment.
Thank you. And I think I would just note, too, I mean, again, my understanding, it's a big amount, but it's not an unbudgeted amount. This is something that
Correct.
when we're planning for the schools, so I just want to draw
Yes,
that
this
to
is part of
attention,
the
too.
construction project itself.
So when we're
Yeah.
looking at the overall price of
Right.
those, the schools and the new construction, this is something that's already been, so, and this is within what you would expect to spend.
Absolutely.
And that was actually where I was going to go. This is coming out of our construction fund, which is funded by our bond issuance.
Yes, that is correct.
Okay.
Okay, any further comments or questions?
My main concern is, what about the softball backstop that's there? Is that still going to be on? It was there when I was there, so are we
don't
still
think
going to be able to
there's-
use it?
I don't think is it still there, Mr.
Still there,
Brazil?
isn't it?
I'm not sure if it's still there, but all that's going to be prepped
Yeah.
and leveled
It's
for
not
our
there
future.
anymore? It's
I don't
finally
believe,
gone?
I think it's
Okay.
gone at this point, yeah. No. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, I thought it was still there, but maybe not.
No, yeah, because they pretty much cleared everything out of the back area of the
Field
school.
hockey goals are finally taken away.
Yes, yes.
Right, Madam Secretary, please call for the vote.
Shauna Maxwell,
Yes.
Donna Rowland,
Yes.
Leon Yacco.
Yes.
Holly Charess,
Yes.
Robin Seagreaves.
Yes.
Bob Connect.
Yes.
Beth Brindle.
Yes.
Liz Muirhead.
Yes.
Steve Wilson.
Yes?
Motion approved.
All right. Public comment. The board has requested all persons making comment of public concern to list their name, address, telephone number, and topic on the sheet provided. There is a 3-minute time per person. Miss Lori Shannon Bailey.
Good evening. Welcome back. Mr. Connect, good to see your presence here again, and thank you for your past history with the board, and welcome back again, sincerely. So where do I start here? The equity study, Dr. Liz, as you may recall, you asked us, the community, to remind you all from time to time of the important information in that study, and I trust that you all are still looking at it frequently. I do appreciate the information from Madam President in terms of the number of minority teachers and principals. I would encourage you all to please continue to work to hire more of those. And I just want to give a shout out to Dawn. I've had the pleasure of working with Dawn, with our students, supporting our students in IEP meetings. Dawn is a rock star. You all have made an excellent decision in deciding to hire her. She deeply, deeply cares about our students, just as you all do. And I'm just wondering if you would consider a board presentation or an education committee presentation on the work that she's done on behalf of our students. As I said, I've been in the room, I've seen her in action. I think the community also would appreciate such a presentation. The superintendent's report, the CSI, the ATI, the CII, I'm not sure if those are the right acronyms for the report regarding the schools that are no longer on those extra time frames. So it might be helpful just to explain to the community how that came about. From my knowledge, it's connected to the special education audit, which isn't really called a special education audit, which we are due.
Ms.
in
Lori
May of
Shannon Bailey,
this
I want
year.
to stop you. I'll give you your time back. It has
Okay.
nothing to do with the special education audit.
Okay.
This is the school improvement plans that are part of the federal funding that we have. It has nothing to do with special ed. This is all of the federal programming that is done in assessing students' growth and performance based on attendance, test scores, PVOS growth, college and career readiness, you name it. If you go to that Future Ready Index that I provided you, that is where it's determined whether or not schools are making adequate progress, and that's how it's measured. You can find this on the website tomorrow as well, because it'll all be posted there.
Okay, so way back when you were not even being thought of in terms of our superintendent, no, I'm not complaining about that. When I first read about this, it seems to me that there was some audit connected to this. And so if I'm wrong, that's fine, but as much information as possible regarding the history behind that. And congratulations for all the work that's been done. Kudos to everyone who's worked to that end. In terms of the teacher resignations, are we hiring teachers? Are we interviewing teachers for the high school, I believe, and the intermediate high school? I know one resignation date was effective December the 5th. Another one was the 23rd. So I know often I see teachers on the HR report for new hirees. So the question is, do we have teachers in place for those two positions? Thank you very much. Merry Christmas.
Thank you. Next, informational items. I'm going to give it to you. Go ahead.
I just wanted to take a second, and I saw that she got up and left earlier than I thought she was going to. Dr. Eugenia Roberts was here, and she was integral part of the improvements, the CSI, the school improvement that was done at North Brandywine. And kudos to her and all her work. She was just instrumental, and she was one of the first people I called when we got the notice that, because I wanted her to be aware of all the successes that she brought to that school, because I know that she was teetering on whether she was going to actually retire or not. And so I'm glad that she's here still in the community. I know she's being with a lot of time with her family, but I've asked her, when she is available to come back and just be around, because she is a wealth to our school district.
I'm going to just add on to that. She did stop by North on yesterday because when they made the announcement to the whole staff, Dr. Williams did give her a lot of the credit, which I was really happy, and I was happy to see her here tonight too. She has worked really hard in this district, and especially with that school over the last 10 years. So I appreciate everything she's done, and I was glad that she was here tonight. I'm sad that she left before we could say it. But yeah.
I was wondering if, Dr. Abarczyk, if you could mention what is on display in front of your laptop there, the
Thank you so
holiday
much
card.
for reminding me. It's out that way, that's why, too. So as you know, each year the district chooses a piece of artwork for its annual holiday card. And to me, it's the Polar Express. I love it.
I know,
it's such a great picture. And we added the May Your Season Be Filled with Warmth, Gratitude, and Moments of Joy. Happy Holidays inside. So these will be sent out to special guests of our district to support us in every and each way. This year's winner, and I'm hoping I'm going to say her last name again correctly, but Isabella Klimek. Do you know?
You're insane.
Favuza? Do you know her? Does anybody know her? But she was the individual who did the artwork for the card this year. And it was just so impressive. It was overwhelming when the choices were up there that hers, a lot of people were drawn to. So she's an 11th grader in Mrs. Presser's classroom.
Can she come in January?
We are. We're
so we
having
can.
her in
Okay,
January.
good.
Yep.
Awesome.
I just want to say,
I
Yeah.
know.
yeah. I just want to say, it was so hard to pick, and it is every year, it's so hard, but we have so many talented students. So just even the students whose cards didn't get picked.
Yes, and we will be recognizing all of them in
Thank you to
January.
them, and thank you to the art staff that coach and guide and mentor them to produce this wonderful works of art.
Anyone else? Awesome. All right. Do I have a motion for adjournment?
So moved.
All right, this meeting is adjourned.